Some of the strongest stories aren't made up. They were shared online by Australians who say something happened to them in the bush that still sticks with them. These are 5 of them. Story 1. I was about 13 when our school took us camping at a rural site. 3 of us were sharing one tent. I woke up sometime in the middle of the night to footsteps outside. At first, I thought it was another kid heading to the toilet block. The footsteps passed our tent and kept going. Then about a minute later, they came back. This time they stopped right outside us, and whoever it was just stood there. No torch, no talking, nothing. Then the footsteps started moving again, slowly around the tent, past my head, around the back, then along the other side. I remember lying there, eyes open, too scared to move. My 2 mates slept through all of it. Eventually, the footsteps walked off into the dark, and in the morning I asked around to see who'd been outside. No one admitted to it. Story 2. I was walking a bush track on my own when I started hearing voices nearby. 2 people talking. Close enough that I slowed down to let them come past, but no one ever did. The voices faded out, then a minute later they came back again. Still close, still talking. I stopped and looked around properly. No one on the trail, no one through the trees, no houses anywhere nearby. After a while, I honestly thought something was wrong with me. Then I finally looked up. 2 hang gliders were drifting over the valley above me, talking to each other as they passed. I've never been so relieved to feel stupid. Story 3. I was out in a remote scrub near a river, checking the area with some gear. The first strange thing was my torch just stopped working. Then other battery gear started dying too. Not long after that I heard movement in the scrub beside me. Fast movement and low to the ground. Whenever I stopped walking, it stopped too. And when I moved, it moved. Whatever it was never showed itself properly, it just stayed in the scrub beside me, keeping pace. Then the sound started pushing closer. I changed direction without thinking and slipped down an embankment into shallow water. I got up and made straight for the car. And the whole way back, I could hear something following several meters behind me. Never rushing, never leaving, just staying there, matching every step. Story 4. I was hiking solo through the Gibraltar and Washpool Ranges in New South Wales. I'd camped all over the country before that, so being alone out there never bothered me. But something about that area felt wrong straight away. The bush was too quiet, even during the day. The campgrounds I passed were empty. I kept getting the feeling I was being watched, even when there was nothing there. At one point, a large branch came down nearby. There was no wind, no warning crack. It just dropped. That night I barely slept, and the next morning I crossed into another section of the ranges, and the feeling disappeared almost instantly. Birds again, normal bush sounds, everything felt ordinary. I still don't know what changed. Story 5. I was walking back to the car with my mum on a large rural property in Queensland. We'd been down near a lake and the light was starting to go. She just laughed at something I'd said, just a normal laugh. Then from the trees nearby, something laughed back. Same rhythm, same tone. We both stopped dead. I called out, "Hello?" And from deeper in the bush, a voice answered, "Hello." It sounded lower than a normal person's voice. We ran for the car and got in and started driving. And when I looked through the rear window, I saw something tall moving between the trees behind us, keeping pace for a few seconds, and then it was gone. Some of these stories probably have explanations, some probably don't. But if you spend enough time in remote places, you'll know this much is true. Sometimes the bush can feel very crowded, even when you're completely alone.